Welcome to the Fantasy Zone. Get ready.
Hi everyone, I'm back with another pickups video. Now I have got a bumper pile of games to get through. It's a culmination of a few trips to CEX, once in Whitby and once in Leeds, and even today at York. A couple of eBay items as well. So yeah, I've got quite a lot to get through, so I'm gonna just crack on with it and get going, because I don't want this to turn into something that's incredibly long, time consuming for you guys. As you know me, I tend to digress from certain subjects onto another subject, so let's just crack on. Firstly then, let's get the eBay purchases out of the way. I've only got three, two of them are for the PS2 and one is for the Commodore 64, and that's what I'm going to start with. As you know by now, I collect for the Firebird budget range, Silverbird, and what I've managed to find is Train Robbers, and I can zoom in a little bit for you. Train Robbers on the Commodore 64. Like I said before, I'm now searching for Firebird on eBay and it's just coming up with the same games, but every so often there is one title that I haven't got. It stands out. I can pretty much tell from a screenshot if I've got it or not, and I know straight away I didn't have this. It's Train Robbers. So that is going into my collection, and because I'm organising my lockup soon, I will be having these on display and I'll be able to do a Firebird collection video for you. So that's the first one, that's the first eBay purchase. Next we're going on to the PlayStation 2, and as I've said in one of my other videos, what I'm doing is I'm going through full PS2 list, but I'm starting at the very beginning, as in, you know, in alphabetical order, but the first obstacle is symbols. So what have we got here? Well, it's like an upside down exclamation mark. But this title is Que Pasa Nen El Video Juego, and it's obviously a Spanish title. It was never released over here, I don't believe. Eddie from Rollerette Core, he's just picked this exact same game up, and it's got this weird character on the front. He's doing some kind of gangster symbol on that screenshot, and God knows what it looks like in the game. Look at that. What's going on there? But yeah, it must be from some kind of Spanish children's TV show or something like that. So, but yeah, Que Pasa Nen El Video Juego. Oh, it's a Phoenix game as well. As you know, me and Eddie were both collecting the Phoenix games. Eddie has got more than me at the moment anyway, but yeah, I mean, I'm picking up the cheaper titles to start with, obviously, as you do. So that's the second eBay purchase. Next, it were actually a gift from my stepdaughter. She decided that she was going to buy me a game, and I said, tell you what, I'm running down the list. I found one that she could get me, 7 Sins. Look at that for a cover. Eh? Yeah. I have no idea what this game entails, but it's 18 rated, so I bet there's a bit of sauciness and a bit of cheekiness going on in this game. Think you can roll with the high life? Reckon you're a true player? Live life on the edge. I don't know what it entails, but look at that disc. That's a pimped disc, is that? If ever I saw one. That's 7 Sins by developer Monte Cristo. So yeah, that's an interesting title. And like I said, the stepdaughter bought me this as a gift. That's the eBay purchases out of the way. Like I said, there's only 3. So next we'll move on to the PS2 titles that were from, well, this pile is from CEX, Whitby and Leeds. So the first one, there's no real special titles out of these lot, as you know, CEX. I mean, I'm buying cheap at the moment, so there's not going to be anything extraordinary. But this one's a decent one. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. So it's complete. Mortal Kombat, famous fighting game, lots of blood and guts. Next we've got Play It Chess Player. I do have a game from this series, Play It Pinball. This is Chess Challenger, sorry. Play It Chess Challenger. That's the insides. Like I say, I'm trying to move on quickly with these. I don't want to draw it out too long. I do own Headhunter, but this is Headhunter Redemption by Sega. That's the back. That's the insides. In fact, when I first saw this, I thought it were 2 games because of how it splits there. I thought it was like a double pack at first glance, but it ain't. Headhunter Redemption. Next we've got LMA Manager 2003. I've got a couple of LMA managers from different years. I haven't played these. I don't know how well they compare to the likes of Championship Manager. Maybe Retro Bear can enlighten us on that one. He likes his football management simulators. Maybe he can shed some light on LMA Manager, let us know how it plays compared to other management games. Next we've got, it's not the actual case, this is the inlay. It's a bit rippled for some reason. It's not the best in condition, but this is Blood Rain. And some flame-haired chick with a big sword. Always bound to pull the gamers in, aren't they? Blood Rain, that. Next we have Hot Wheels World Race by THQ. Drive the Impossible. I think it's, by the looks of it, it's got really outrageous tracks. Probably a bit like F-Zero, where, they're just really daft overbanking, probably even loops. I mean, it's Hot Wheels, so, we're not talking a real life simulator, we're talking craziness. Next we've got Alpine Skiing 2005. Skiing and snowboarding, is there any fans out there of them genres? So I'm not a massive fan. This is by Midas. Alpine Skiing 2005. Next we've got Metal Arms Glitch in the System, and nice artwork on the cover, compared to most games. And this is by Sierra. Any of you that know Sierra will know they used to do great point and click adventures back in the days of, early days of the PC. And I'm talking a time when Under the Killing Moon was one of the great point and click adventures, a really good game. And Sierra, I believe, did King's Quest, Police Quest, them kind of point and click adventures. Really, really popular games back in the day. So that's Metal Arm's glitch in the system. And then we've got Rugby League 2. Really not a fan of rugby. I grew up in a town called Featherstone, who do have a rugby team. They were quite a popular team at one time. They won the Challenge Cup, something like that. But even then, I wasn't interested back then. I'm still not interested now. Rugby. In fact, I'll tell you a little story about rugby when I was at school. I mean, I've got a bit of timber on me now, but back when I was at school, I was as thin as a rake. And as you can imagine, in rugby, that doesn't stand very well. I wasn't really into sports. I was one of these, have you ever seen the film Casper? I'm more like him, swinging on goalposts and stuff like that. Weren't interested, daydreaming. And I always remember this one time we were playing rugby on bottom field at Featherstone High School. But yeah, we were on rugby pitch, playing rugby. Wasn't interested one bit, I was miles away. Next thing I know, Yuzi, stop him. And I got this, I won't say his name, but he was a big lad. And he was charging full pelt at me, so I'm like looking to the side of me, and there's nobody there. I'm all on my own. And he's charging towards me, like a bull coming towards a matador. And I thought, this is my time to shine. And as he got closer, I just dodged out of the way. Thought, no way am I tackling him. I got some right hammer at school for that. Yuzi, what are you playing at? Bloody tackle him. You'll get lost. You run back and tackle him. Hey dear. No. So I'm afraid rugby won't my sport at all. Anyway, that's Rugby League 2. Next we've got Robin Hood, Defender of the Crown. Now I'm quite intrigued about this one. If you ever played the Amiga, you might remember the game Defender of the Crown, and it was actually by Cinemaware. But I'm not sure if it was in the times of Robin Hood. So is this just like a variant on Defender of the Crown, same kind of gameplay, but taking in Robin Hood? Because there is actually a jousting section there. So, or is it the same game and they've just reskinned it as Robin Hood? I'd be interested to know if anybody does actually know. But yeah, that's complete. Robin Hood, Defender of the Crown. Next, well, this one I did already have it, but what I didn't have, well, that. It's a shame about that sticker, but they want another copy of this in the store. So it was like, well, either buy this with the sticker on or not. I haven't tried to take it off yet. Now it's one of those orange ones. I have to get which shop used to put them on. Granger Games, and they're a nightmare. Sometimes the sticker comes off, but the residue is just ingrained into the paper. So, but anyway, I bought it anyway. I think it was 50p. So, I'm not gonna refuse it for that. But yeah, it had the instruction manual, but I already own the game. In fact, you can see I ain't even took that sticker off, because I only need it for the instruction manual. Fame Academy. Next we've got Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. For some reason I didn't actually own this, and I do own the other two, Warriors Within and something else. I didn't actually own the Sands of Time, and I'm sure at one time, years ago, when I used to collect the first time round, I'm sure I had a copy of this and it had some kind of red banding on, not to be sold separately. Anybody know about that? Anyway, that's the inside. Next, it's a generic sports title, but it's just one I didn't have in my collection. NHL 2003, so it's the National Hockey League. I don't know how popular these American games were over here in Europe. They must have sold plenty, because they kept churning the series out year after year, so I must have done. That's NHL 2003. And another one, ESPN NHL 25K. Another hockey, ice hockey. Yeah, that was ice hockey, wasn't it? Don't know if it's the same developer, so maybe it's just a variant on the NHL series. That's ESPN NHL. Next, whoa, we're full of saucy games today. Look at this. BMX Triple X. Who's this by? Acclaim. And I don't know what's saucy about it. Maybe there's some characters that you can. There's a pimp there, and it's a little purple pimp, right? Yeah, scantily clad women adorning front and back. So Triple X sells, doesn't it? BMX Triple X. So what we got next? Right, I'm going to say this wrong. I know for a fact I am. CEX. That's how I've always said it. And then recently I've been hearing people say Deus Ex. Deus Ex. Deus Ex. That's how I say it. Anyway, that's the back, and that's the insides. Never played it. Next we've got two footballers, one of them's holding the other's gonads. Red card. Foul play. Same game, different rules. No idea what's going on here. I'm assuming that you can cheat, you can foul and try and get away without getting a red card. What's it say? Red card is the only next generation football game to deliver authentic and graphically detailed action with an adrenaline style twist. Over the top action that lets you kick, slide tackle and score in a larger than life 3-dimensional style. So you can't grab each other's balls then like it is showing up front. Kick them in the head. I'm showing you inside. Well, if not, there it is. Red card. Here we go, I'm starting to waffle. Right, next is, I believe this one was just bought for, oh no, sorry. I got this because I've only got the collector's edition and it's Need for Speed Carbon. I didn't actually have just this normal version. I had the collector's edition. So that's Need for Speed Carbon. Pick this up, I've never seen this before. And it's Need for Speed Most Wanted Black Edition. Don't know what's different about this. The cover looks amazing actually. I prefer that cover to the original one. But it looks really nice. And it's we've got the black edition and 2-disc game disc. Black edition exclusive disc. So let me just have a bonus DVD. Go behind the scenes with Josie Moran. Get exclusive videos and concept art and much more. So yeah, a little extra disc in there with a bit of extra content. That's Need for Speed Most Wanted Black Edition. Another generic sports title, NBA Live 2005 is basketball. So it's EA. They're the kings of churning sports games out, aren't they? But anyway, that's NBA Live 2005. So what we got now? We're about halfway down. So next we've got Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Bit cartoony. Must have some kind of sidekick. Where is he? That mummy. And it's complete. It's by THQ. Next is Shadow of Rome, a gladiator style game. See if we can zoom in a bit, show you a bit of it. I haven't been zooming in because I'm trying to get through them all. Shadow of Rome. Who don't love a compilation disc? And what we've got here is Midway Arcade Treasures 2. So we've got some of the Mortal Kombats on here. Gauntlet, Narc, APB, Pit Fighter, Xenophobe, Primal Rage, Rampage World Tour, Hard Driving. You know, and there's more as well. That want the full lineup. Includes 20 arcade games. There's probably an hidden one or two in there as well. That's the inside. Just let you have a quick look yourselves and focus it. So yeah, Midway Arcade Treasures 2. Next, I'm quite surprised at this one because it was either 50p or £1. I can't quite remember, but it's Bomberman Hardball. Now I would have thought the Bomberman, anything to do with Bomberman would have held a good price, but it didn't on this occasion, unless I've marked it up wrong. But this is Bomberman Hardball. Right, next we've got another one that, again, I'm surprised it didn't hold a little bit more value to it, is Chaos Legion. It's by Capcom. And no idea what this game entails. That is the inside. But yeah, it looks like the kind of game that could demand, you know, between £10 and £20, but it didn't. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't a lot because none of these were. I'm still buying cheap and in bulk. So we're Robin Hood's making his name tonight. Robin Hood's Quest. So not much in the way of screenshots on the back other than that banner at top. And that's the inside. See if I can find out a bit for you. A daunting journey lies ahead. You must win without your bow. Brave wild forest and orchard, sorry. Defy the sheriff and his evil men. I think it's just like a third person adventure. Robin Hood's Quest. Next we've got another football management game. Again, perhaps you can tell us, Retro Bear, just how this compares to Champ Manager. This is Premier Manager, 2005 to 2006 edition. It's by Zoo Digital Publishing. So just a few screenshots. Football management sims tend to be quite basic, really, on the graphics, but it's how they translate into a game that's the key thing with football management sims. You want it to be as realistic as possible, so I suppose they need to find a fine balance between games being too easy and too hard. You know, if you're starting in the lower leagues, you want the game to reflect, you know, the struggles, you know, gaining promotion, buying transfers, you know what I mean. So yeah, but I mean, Champ Manager is usually regarded as the best, or one of the best. So Premier Manager, that's by Zoo Publishing. Next we've got Test Drive Unlimited. So there's a big map there to drive around, participate in some street racing. It's the inside. Another Mortal Kombat game. This time it's Shaolin Monks. Again, the case is fine. It's the inlay that's a little bit tatty. Oh, the case is scuffed a bit there. I can replace the case, but the inlay's still going to be pretty dire, to be honest. But for how much it cost, we're a no-brainer really to pick it up. Again, the instruction booklet has this bit sticker on, which is not going to come off that, I don't think. And then it's got a bit of scuff in there. But you know, at least it's there. That's the main thing. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Oh dear. Picked up Need for Speed Carbon again. I haven't picked two up. I know what I've done. When I bought the first one, I won't have put it onto my list. So when I've gone to the next CEX, I think it was the Leeds after the Whitby one, I've obviously looked, thought, oh yeah, I ain't got that. And I have, I've only just bought it. You'd have thought I'd have realised. So I've got Need for Speed Carbon twice. That'll be going for trade with one at lads, I suppose. Next we've got Music 3000. This is one of the sequels to the original Music, where you create your own tracks. Quite a nifty little interface actually. It was easy to use. You know, I mean, you had preloaded samples and stuff, and you drag them in, and alright, after a while, you know, you kind of just heard the same kind of music. Unless you're a really talented musician, then they tended to just sound similar. But yeah, Music 3000, I'm not sure what this offers extra. It does, it offers some different tools. Yeah, I'm no musician and won't be able to work this out very good, I don't think. But anyway, it's in my collection now, Music 3000. And we've got Colin McRae Rally 04. Colin McRae Rally, I've always highly regarded these games, especially when Colin McRae Rally first came out on the PlayStation 1. It was fantastic, and I loved it to bits. I really did. It was, at that time, it was so realistic compared to other games that were out there. I know we had Sega Rally Championship, but that were more arcadey. Colin McRae, to me, it was more of a rally simulator. But anyway, that's Colin McRae Rally, and I've got a bonus here. Look at this. You know what this is? Colin McRae cheat sheet. So I want to play that and not lose anything, not bump into anything. I can do so because I've got a cheat sheet, and that's staying in. I'm not getting rid of that. As most of us, we keep the leaflets and stuff that come with the game, and yet I will keep anything like that. I may have a go at this at one point, and if I do get stuck, I will cheat. Colin McRae Rally 04 Codemasters. And lastly, we've got a platinum game, and it's Silent Hill 2 Director's Cut. I've left this while last because this were actually one of the cash generator pickups, and that was 20 pence. Cash generators in Pontefract. I don't know if it's the same nationwide, but all their PlayStation 2 games now are 20 pence. So I do make an habit now of popping in and having a look to see if there's anything that I can pick up. Even if I've got the game, if it's worth trading into CEX, then it's a no-brainer. So yeah, I was pleased with this, and it is a platinum disc. It's got the instruction manual, so I certainly would make money on this if I traded it into CEX, but I'm not, because I do want this, especially now I'm collecting the platinum range. So while we were in Whitby and I'm in CEX, and my wife and stepdaughter have gone tootling off shopping, and I had about half an hour in CEX, and then I came out and I rung my wife. I says, "Whereabouts are you?" "Oh, we're at so and so, we'll meet up with you." So we met up. She says, "Oh, I've got you a gift." So, "Oh, that's nice. What we got?" Bless her, she's got me a chocolate joypad. Hey, look at that. Fantastic. Decorated, can you read it? Decorated chocolate controller, game controller. So, I mean, this isn't going to stay in my collection. It'll go off. This is going to get eaten. But yeah, it was a nice little gift that she got me. Bless her. Chocolate joypad. And it's obviously modelled on the PlayStation controller, the DualShock controller. Very nice. So that's the PS2 pickups and the one Commodore game from eBay. In CEX still, I did buy a couple of other titles on different formats. I bought one PSP game, and this is Sega Mega Drive collection. I do apologise, this wasn't from CEX, I just remembered. It was from Cash Generators, and it was £1. And I think that's a really good bargain for that. For the PSP, 27 Sega Mega Drive classics. I only need this one disc, UMD disc. Whenever I go on a flight now, I can take this disc, 27 Mega Drive games on. That'll keep me entertained for the full flight, definitely. What we got? I mean, we've got Sonic, obviously, Phantasy Star 2, 3 and 4, Echo the Dolphin, Alex Kidd. There we go, Nath. That's going to keep us entertained, innit, mate? Alex Kidd. Bonanza Brothers, I played that. Kid Chameleon, Flicky, again, I played that. Game Ground, Super Thunder Blade, Sword of Vermilion, Vector Man 1 and 2, and many more. We've got Altered Beast, you can see that. Golden Axe, Virtua Fighter 2. So yeah, there's some right games on there. That were £1 PSP games at £1 at Cash Generators. Again, I think if I were to trade it in at CEX, I'd make a good bit of money on it. That's the one PSP title. Right, we are back to CEX now, and these are PS3 titles. So, The House of the Dead Overkill Extended Cut, and it says 3D glasses included ×2. Thought to myself, there's no way they'll be in there. I always think that way with stuff like that, 3D glasses. But look at this, they are included. They've never been out at wrapper. They're still sealed. So, and the game is complete. Fantastic condition. It's as good as new. That's House of the Dead Overkill Extended Cut. So next, another one with sexy bird on front. And it's called Wet. You know, all you have to do is show a bit of cleavage, bit of leg, you know, and you've got the gaming men drooling over here, haven't you? And that's what they've done here. Just put a fit chick on front. It's going to sell loads, isn't it? Well, I don't know if this sold loads because I've never heard of it. Anyway, that's Wet. It's by Bethesda. I never know how to pronounce stuff. So it could be a decent game. Next we've got Dead Rising 2 Off the Record. Zombie game. And that's complete, albeit the instruction manual upside down. Oh, I had to have this. I reckon it's probably one of the best games on the PS3. Honest to God. Wait till I show you what it is. Fantastic. Get Fit with Mel B. Come on, Mel, show us your moves. Get us fit. Complete. And we've got SingStar, SingStar. No, just SingStar, sorry. I thought that was part of the title. It's got the usual pop tunes on, and it's for use with the microphones. We are complete. I think actually I picked this up because I thought it was an Essentials game, and when I got it out I think it was about 50p, so I thought, well, I might as well have it. But that's SingStar, but it's not an Essentials game. And then lastly, just a generic title, but it was cheap, so, and that's NHL 10 for PS3. Complete. So that concludes the CEX pickups at Whitby, Leeds, Cash Generators in Ponty and eBay. And that was about a week ago. But what's happened is, because I hadn't had a chance to do a pickups video, I've actually gone to York. Myself and my wife, we've been to York, and we called in CEX and saw Funds, which is a dedicated retro gaming shop in York. Anyway, I'll show you the pickups from York. Again, I just went for 50p titles at CEX in York, and I found a few. Again, nothing special, but key to collecting. So we've got Dance Factory. Obviously utilises, I would imagine, the dance mat. Yeah, the best dance mat game ever. So that's complete. Then we've got Disney Sing It puppets. Now I do have Disney Sing It, but I didn't have the one titled Puppets. However, when I've got home and I've cleaned it up, I've realised it's actually a foreign variant. Not sure if it's Spanish or Italian. But yeah, so I don't know what to do with this, whether to put it in my collection or not. I probably won't, in all honesty. Even though it's PAL, it's in a different language. I know that first one I showed you, K Nars or whatever, but that is that wasn't released in England. That were only released in, I believe, Spain. So, but this is different. I would imagine this was released in England, in the UK. So I really need the English printed one. Anyway, that's Disney Sing It. Oh, speaking of Championship Manager, here we go, 2006. And like I said, they're fairly basic management games in terms of graphics. It's more about statistics. And SpongeBob SquarePants Moving with Friends. SpongeBob SquarePants Moving with Friends. This pile's about to fall over. It's like a game of Jenga at the side of me. Starsky and Hutch. Does look a decent game, this, actually, Starsky and Hutch. And I used to love the TV series. The start of the show with that car, wasn't it? Can't remember what it is. Is it Gran Torino? But anyway, yeah, used to love that TV show. American cop shows at its finest. Next we've got Salt Lake 2002. It's obviously a winter sports kind of game, based on some kind of Olympics at some time. Well, 2002. Well, then what it's on the spectrum, winter sports, what it? Nah, I used to love that game. Button masher, but yeah, I used to love it. I'm sure it was winter sports. Anyway, that's Salt Lake 2002. Next we've got Leaderboard Golf. Not sure if this is actually related to Leaderboard on the 8-bit systems. It's by Midas. Now, whether were it US Gold that originally released Leaderboard, whether Midas have soaked up that software house, I don't know. But anyway, that's Leaderboard Golf. We're full of sexy women on the front cover today. Look at this, Catwoman, featuring Halle Berry. And there she is, scantily clad in black with a whip. Catwoman. Feminists will be screaming at me today. Right, so that's the games. And I did say in one of my videos that I do collect games for DVD players, and I managed to pick up another one, and it's Bullseye in one. There we go, Bullseye. Not much inside. The instructions on inlay with disc. As I've said before, they can be a bit clumsy, can DVD games, a bit slow. Kind of interrupt the rhythm, you know, the tempo of the game. That's it from CEX at York. And then the other place that we went to was Saw Funds, and I was really excited to get in there. I really was. It's one of my favourite shops. It has been for a couple of years now. And we got there, we got in, and I'm looking around, and I don't know why, but the spark just wasn't there. And I came away 2 games, £1 each. I spent £2 in a retro gaming shop. I was really disappointed, I'll be honest. In my opinion, prices have really shot up in there. Alright, you know, there was some cheap consoles just in plastic wrapping, unboxed, some with third-party joysticks. Yeah, I was struggling to find anything that I could get at a reasonable price. Don't get me wrong though, there's still plenty of games for the PS2 at £1, £2, £3. But I just weren't feeling it in there. And in the end I says, you know what, I can't be bothered. And I got two games. So Secret Service by Activision, Protect the President, complete, and CT Special Forces Fire for Effect, put an end to the threat of terrorism is the tagline. So again, obviously it's Special Forces, and that's that. £1 each. Spent £2 in software. I spent more in CEX. I'll put this down. I was really disappointed, and don't know whether I should really be taking it out on sore thumbs. At the end of the day, is it the fault of us buyers buying games, you know, at a ridiculous price, and then other people following suit? Is it our fault? Have I gone in there and actually come away and think, you know, should I be mad with myself? Should I be mad with other gamers, other collectors I should say, and not necessarily blaming it on sore thumbs? But anyway, I did come away and I was disappointed. I don't know what went wrong. We're going back to York. Whether we go back before Christmas, I don't know, but we are booked in next year, and I am going to save up a decent amount of money to spend in sore thumbs, and I will spend some. Just for some reason today I weren't feeling it, and that's all I bought. Anyway, that is it. I've covered everything, and I'm now caught up with all my pickups. God knows how long I've been recording this now, but I'm going to end it now because it's knocking on a bit now. It's nearly 10 o'clock at night and I'm up for work in the morning, so that's me done. Thank you for watching, everybody. It's really appreciated, and until the next one, see you later.